Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, A Magical Life with Ayla. I'm Ayla Hillel, and today we're going to begin a discussion that is going to span over several videos about what you can do to raise your vibration. So let's get started. So we have many videos now on the things that lower your vibration. And we're going to continue that discussion as I look out into the world and I see things that I know for a fact are very damaging to our vibration. In the discussion of cellular vibration, we want to be extremely aware of the idea that our body is made up of atoms and molecules, and those atoms and molecules make up cells. The cells make up tissues, the tissues make up organs, and the organs make up systems. And the systems make up the cellular community that is you, that is me. Now, the thing about cellular healing, which is what I teach, is that we want to be very aware of the fact that this takes time. This is the way to go. While you are going to your doctor, while you are going to your psychotherapist, you also want to go down this path of your healing, because this path is going to deal with what happens inside your cells. So we have DNA in our cells, and if we have a lot of damaging beliefs and ideas about the world, if we were told a lot of things that just simply were not true about who we are and about our being, our DNA is going to vibrate at a certain energy. And what we want to do is we want to get in there and we want to rewrite that DNA. We want to rewrite those old scripts. Okay? You have that power. Don't let anybody tell you that you don't. You have the power to change your DNA. And that's what this channel is all about. That's what my healing practice is all about. It's about helping people get well to a cellular level. Now, what happens with your cells is as you are beginning to change your mind. So in order to change your cells, the energy that dictates to your cells is what comes, first of all, from your mind, and then your mind affects your heart. And that's the energy that is influential to your cells. It's just that simple. I know that a lot of what I teach sounds very woo-woo wind chime. It's not. It's actually very scientific. So we want to use our thoughts to affect our emotions, which affects our cells. So if you were told growing up that you were stupid and you were never going to amount to anything, there's a very good chance that you are vibrating at that vibrational level in your cells. So what do you do about that? I mean, it's very damaging to your life to have those type of beliefs. So what do you do about it? So we start having a different thought. We start changing our mind. And when we start changing our mind and we start rejecting those old beliefs, now this takes time, you affect your feelings. So an old idea such as you are worthless and you're never going to amount to anything, affects how we feel about ourselves. Go back and look at the video about self-love. Go back and look at my video about self-love and why self-love is so important. It doesn't matter if anybody else loves you. It doesn't matter if they were mean to you when you were a kid. What matters is, what do you believe right now? What do you believe right now? And maybe we're not even there yet. Let's ask the question, what do you want to believe? What do you want to believe about you right now? That's the beginning place of changing your mind, of being able to rewrite those old scripts and to heal the DNA, to raise the vibration of your DNA. What do you want to feel about you right now? And as you begin to have that thought, you're going to feel it in your heart. You're going to feel the answer to that question in your heart. What do you want to feel about yourself right now? The right answer is, you want to be in love with yourself. You want to advocate for yourself. You want to always be doing activities that are going to lead you into your best life. You are your number one priority. Okay, does that make sense? So, as we begin to work with this old, damaging, limiting belief of self-worth, or in many cases, self-non-worth, we begin to feel it. As we begin to feel it, those feelings sink down into, it's a vibration. So it goes down into every cell inside of our bodies. Every cell. If you keep thinking that enough, it's going to start changing the cells. It's going to start rewriting the DNA. It's going to start rewriting the old scripts. It's going to start changing how you feel, both emotionally and physically. Okay, so we are made up of atoms and molecules. Those atoms and molecules make up cells. Those cells make up organs, make up tissue. The tissues make up organs. The organs make up systems, and the systems make up you. Isn't that fabulous? So you are the cellular community of you, and your cells will believe whatever you tell them to believe. Your cells will believe whatever those beliefs create an emotion. Your cells will believe and begin to change through your emotions brought on by your thoughts. It's so simple. This is so simple. It's very simple, but the problem is that it takes time. We have to be diligent every single day about working with our old beliefs, working with our old damaging ideas, working with the limited ideas that we have. It takes time. I would say a year or more. If you are diligent, if you are willful and deliberate and diligent with having thoughts every day that are going to begin to change the cellular community that is you. Okay, so in the last 30 videos or so, we've talked a lot about what damages your cells and what brings the vibration of those cells down, in essence affecting your energy. The cells vibrate, and you reap the energy from those vibrations. So if you are hurting all the time, if you feel angry all the time, if you have no energy, you just can't seem to get moving, you can't seem to get motivated, you can't seem to get going in the direction that you would like to be going in your life, this is where we want to begin. So, in the discussion of things that raise our vibration, let's get up on the hillside and kind of do an overview first. So, we want to predominantly be having positive thoughts. Having positive thoughts, having loving thoughts, having compassionate thoughts, having fun thoughts and laughter, and going and doing activities that we enjoy and being with people that we love. These are all the things that raise our vibration. If you are predominantly in that positive space, then the energy of your cells is going to respond to that. The vibration of your cells is going to respond to that. You know how sometimes you'll go and you'll go to visit a friend. Let's say you go to visit a friend and you wind up just having this amazing conversation with that person. You just can't believe what an incredible conversation that was, and you walked away from that experience and you felt so good. You want to feel that way most of the time. Now, I'm not going to say you have to feel that way all the time, because living in the third dimension, we know that that's not possible. But as you get practiced and get really good at being in a positive vibration, the negative things are going to affect you differently. Okay, so I've known people who little things happen in their life. They fly off the handle, they scream and cry. Why does this always happen to me? Why does this always happen? You will begin not to feel that way when negative things happen in your life. You will begin to come from a more positive place. Now, what do I mean by that? You're in a negative situation and you're coming from a positive place. That, it sounds like a contradiction, doesn't it? Okay, so here's what happens after you've been in that positive place, you've been in that positive place, you've been in that positive place, and then something negative happens to you. It seems like in the third dimension, some negative crap is always waiting to fly out of the woodwork at you, right? It just seems that way. But after, let's say a year, let's just attach that timeline to it. Let's say you've been willfully, deliberately, and diligently practicing your positivity, and then something negative flies out of the woodwork at you. You begin to feel differently about that negativity. You begin to feel like, okay, this is the third dimension, stuff like this happens. You begin to feel like, okay, what is this teaching me? Because everything teaches us. Every person, every situation teaches us. So what is this negative thing teaching me? And you begin to look at the negativities a little differently. They don't upset your vibration as much. They don't upset your energy as much as they did before you started practicing your health and your healing. So that is one way of looking at this. And really the activities, just think about what makes you feel good. Think about what makes you feel good. So you want to raise your vibration, and you want to start raising your vibration on a permanent level. Here's what happens. When you begin to practice positivity, and that means anything you think, anything you say, anything you do that makes you feel better. That's what positivity is. When you begin to practice positivity, you can feel it in the beginning, and it may be a little uncomfortable in the beginning. Okay, I've had people come back to me and be like, oh my gosh. And it's because we're used to the negative space that we were in. We're used to that. And it becomes comfortable, although we know it's not a good space to be in. It's not a well space to be in. So you start practicing your positivity. You start focusing on the things in your life that are good. You keep doing this, you keep doing this, you keep doing this. Let's say you do it for a year and you're very dedicated to your practice. What happens at that point? At that point, you kind of get stuck there. And I know the word stuck there has stuck. The word stuck has negative connotations, but I love that word because we want to be stuck there. We want to be stuck in that calm, gentle, loving place where we focus on the good. We focus on the healing. We focus on everything in our life that is well. And when the negative things happen, we can be calm and we can be quiet and we can sit down with those things and figure out what that's all about. You know, sometimes negative things just happen and we have to work through it. Other times, the negative things, the seemingly negative things that happen to us, we can learn from. So after a while, it took me 9 months. It took me 9 months of really focusing on my positivity. I told you guys this in an earlier video. I thought I was this huge force for good, for positive. And I found out I was not. That I had a lot of negative thoughts. And my words and my actions, of course, follows those negative thoughts. And it took me the better part of a year to really begin. And in that 9 months, what I was doing was I was really seeing the damage that I was causing to myself with my thoughts and my words and my actions. And I began to catch myself. And I started thinking differently. Everything in our life begins with a thought. So you have to start there. If there's an action that you're doing that is hurting yourself, begin with a thought. Begin with the thought of love for yourself. And if you can practice that self-love thought a little bit every day, that will help you begin to stop this damaging action that you're doing. I know that's hard to believe. It sounds very simple. This whole idea of cellular healing sounds very simple. But trust me, I've been down this road. And I didn't have anybody to teach me. I had to learn it all on my own. The angels threw a few books at me that helped a lot. But for the most part, I had to figure all of this out on my own. So what are some activities that you can do? Begin to think in the direction of some activities that you can do for 15, 20 minutes a day. Now, I'm a meditation teacher, so the end-all to be-all activity that's going to help raise your vibration is meditation. And do you know why? This will surprise you. Yes, meditation puts you in interface with the Most High, with the creative source, with the One, with the Dude. Okay? So when you meditate, you interface with the divine. Okay? Yes, of course. Meditation creates good, feel-good vibration, feel-good chemicals that come from the center of our brain. But one of the things that meditation does that's particularly important when you're beginning your healing practice is it suspends your negativity. Meditation suspends your negativity. So if if you're having a particularly stressful day, or some things are coming at you, some negative things are coming at you, I would think that it would be beneficial. And this doesn't always work, I understand that. But if you can get to a place where you can sit down for 10 or 15 minutes and close your eyes and go into your nothingness, go into that place of no sound and no pictures, just for a few minutes, just to suspend that negative thing that's happening, that would be very beneficial. Now, that's very woo-woo wind chime, isn't it? Meditation. Meditation heals your negativity. It does. Okay. But there are other things. Do you have a young child in your family that you can spend time with? Children help us forget about our focus on the negative in our life. Children help us refocus. If you spend time with a child and you watch what is important to them, what is important to that child is the same thing that should be important to us. Now, I'm not saying that, you're going to quit your job because your child doesn't work. No. Pay attention to their attitude about things. Pay attention to what is comfortable for them. Pay attention to what their focus is. Play, so having fun. Food. Kids know when they're hungry, and they want food, don't they? Having friends is really important to little kids, isn't it? They love having friends. So family is important to little kids. So spend some time with a child and really focus on what it is that's important to them, and really let your heart feel that, be gladdened by that. Okay. When I get stressed out, I like to go out in the trees. Trees are very magical beings, and they help to transfer energy. They take our stress, they take the negativity that we're feeling, they put it down into the earth where it can be recycled, and then that energy is given back to humankind. So don't ever think you're damaging a tree by going and sitting in the trees when you're feeling stressed. You're not. The trees and the earth know exactly what to do with our stress and our negativity. If you can take your shoes off and stand in the dirt, that's a good way. There again, your stress and your negative energy will go right out the bottom of your feet into the earth, where the Mother Earth can take it and recycle it and give it back to us. So those are some ideas. Do you like to read? Reading is great for taking our mind off of our negativity and our stress. Picnicking. Anytime getting out into the outdoors. So if you live in the middle of a city and we have nice parks around here in Southern Oregon, you don't have to drive off up into the mountains. You can go to a park. You don't have to go a long ways to get out into nature. Anything that is going to help change your mind or change your focus, any activity that you enjoy, is going to help change your focus. It's going to shift your focus. So, these are just a few. I mean, think about your own life. Think about, do you like to paint? Do you like to go rollerblading? I know that's an 80s term. We don't hear that very often. But I still see people on skates and rollerblades around town. Visit with a friend. Do you have a particularly positive friend that you like to visit with? So visit with them. And just begin to gently change your focus. This is how we change our mind, is we change our focus. When we change our focus, we change our mind. When we change our mind, we change our heart. And the heart vibration is what is, excuse me, most effective in changing our health, changing our life, changing situations. I mean, if you practice your health and then you have drama in your family and you come at it from that place of the healthy vibration, you're not only going to see that negative situation differently, but your energy is going to affect that situation. Okay? So, as simple as this is, and I know that it sounds very simple, the problem with this is that it takes so long, so much diligent practice. You are a healer. You're watching these videos because you're looking for something. And if you're looking for a way to heal yourself, that means you are a master healer and you have a healing practice. I say I have a healing practice and people go, oh yeah, you do, because you have your little healing space and you have your website and you have people in and you help them learn to heal them. No, no, no. What I do is only one aspect of the whole. You have a healing practice. If you are looking for ways to heal yourself, if you're going to the doctor and you're going to the therapist and you're going to these health practitioners and you're always looking for ways to heal yourself, you are a healing practitioner. You are a master at it. And that's what you need to keep in mind, is that healing your vibration and healing your energy is your responsibility, and it belongs to you and to you alone. It's yours, and that makes it extremely special. You are special. You're made out of stardust. You are an expression of the divine. So you have power over your health. You have power over your thoughts, your conversations, your words, and your actions. These things belong to you in your life. So if you don't like how you feel, this was the problem I had when I was mentally ill. I didn't like how I felt emotionally, and I didn't like how my emotions were affecting my physical being. I could look around at other 30-something women just like myself, and I could tell that they felt way better than I did. And I wanted to feel that way. I looked at them and I thought, wow, I want to feel the way she feels. And what I was looking at was her energy. These healthy women got up very early in the morning. They took care of their children. They went to work. They paid bills. Many of them would go walking or go to the gym or go to aerobics class after work. Then they would come home and they would make dinner and they would spend time with their family. I couldn't do any of that. I had no energy because my vibration was very, very low. And I could look at them and I knew I wanted to feel that way. I knew that I hurt, first of all. And I wanted out of that place. To me, that was a very dark place. Now, there are some people that are in their negative vibration and they're just happy to be there. I'm not talking to you. You have a right to be wherever you want to be. I'm talking to the people who want to feel better, who want to stop the stress and the negativity and the drama in their life, who want to feel better physically, who want to heal their finances. All of this falls under the category body, mind, soul, everything. Friendships, finances, everything falls under the category of healing. And as you begin to heal your body by changing your vibration, which in turn will change your energy, your life will begin to change. You can see it. You can feel it. So where do you start with all of this? That becomes the question now. Okay, I gave you some ideas. Just find some things that make you feel good. Okay, here's a prescription. I'm going to write you a prescription. How about 15 or 20 minutes of silence. Now, I have a video on silence. You can go back and you can watch that video again. How about 15 minutes a day of silence? And then 15 or 20 minutes a day of some activity that makes you feel good. Now listen here, I'm not talking about watching TV. When we watch television, or I like YouTube, same difference. Same difference. If you're watching TV or you're watching YouTube, you are disengaged. Positivity is not a matter of disengagement. It's not. You are fully engaged and you are purposefully, willfully, deliberately, and diligently practicing that moment of positivity. So let's say 15 or 20 minutes of meditation. Now that's not a lot. I sit for an hour or more a day. So you can do 15 or 20 minutes of no sound, no picture. If you go to my website, amagicallifewithayla.com, and you scroll down, because I believe that meditation is the number one end-all to be-all spiritual practice, I put that on the front page of my website. Here's how you meditate. Because when I was learning to meditate, they talked about meditation. All of the books I read, all the teachers I followed talked about meditation as if I already knew how to meditate, as if I knew what they were talking about. So on the front of my website, scroll down, you're going to see how to meditate. Read the instructions, but I put an audio file on there for you. So every single day, if you want to just turn that audio file on, sit comfy, close your eyes, and just listen, that's fine. If you're listening to my audio file and you're thinking to yourself, no, I can do way better than that, do way better than that. I'm good with that. Yes. So let's say that your prescription is 15-20 minutes of meditation a day and 15 or 20 minutes or more, if you can afford it, of something that makes you feel good. Something that makes you feel good. Go for a hike. Visit with a friend. Something that makes you feel good. Whatever that is. Read a book. Paint a picture. I like to sew. When I sew, I feel very positive because I pick projects to sew that I want to have in my life. And so that makes me very excited. Anything that makes you feel happy, anything that makes you feel excited, anything that makes you feel motivated, have a project. I have projects. I'm writing books. I've written 2 books, and I'm writing a 3rd book. I have my healing practice. That's a project where people come and I work with them to help them get well. So have a project. Put a puzzle together. I'm not a puzzle person. I look at puzzle people and I think, ugh, puzzle people. But if you love puzzles, if that makes you feel excited, put a puzzle together. Anything that makes you feel happy and excited and enthusiastic. Okay, so I've sort of made my point for today. As I observe, as I look out into the world and I observe things that people are doing that are bringing their vibration down and things that people are doing that are bringing their vibrations up, I'm going to be talking about these. In the past, for the last 30 videos, I've predominantly talked about things that bring our vibration down. I'm going to keep talking about that because I think it's important. And the reason I think the discussion of things that bring our vibration down is important is because we're not aware of it sometimes. Sometimes we really don't know that this thing is affecting us negatively. I like to watch, I haven't told too many people this, but on YouTube I like to watch true crime videos. And true crime videos always involves one person killing another person. Now, I got interested in these. I watch That Chapter and I watch Mr. Balling. And Mr. Ballen deals with all the strange, dark, and mysterious stuff. It's not just people killing other people. Um, but the reason I got involved in this genre of video is because I thought it was fascinating, that one person could kill another person for money, for a relationship, for whatever, usually money. That idea is so totally foreign to me that I just became fascinated with these videos. Well, I've had my own little private healing practice where I work on my own vibration, I work on my own energy, and here lately I will put one of those videos on and I feel my energy doing this. It very slowly closes up and comes down. I can feel this icky feeling of my energy coming down. As you begin to heal, and when you reach a certain place in your healing practice, I believe we all are going to feel that. That's how you know whether an activity is good for you or bad for your vibration. I had to completely stop watching the true crime videos. I get it. I've been doing this for a couple of years. People kill each other for stupid reasons. I don't need to go any farther with that. I was at a friend's house the other day, and the TV was on. Her and I were talking, but the TV was on, and Red Dawn came on. You remember Red Dawn? It was a very scary political movie. And the opening scene where the Russians are dropping out of American sky onto American soil, and I just felt my energy just move straight down. And my friend's husband walked into the room, and I said, well, he wasn't watching it, and we weren't watching it. I said, would it be possible we could change that? And he said, oh, yeah, absolutely. And so he flipped through. He found Beetlejuice, which is just silly. Silly's good. I can handle silly a lot better than I can handle scary. But the point is that after years and years and years of my own personal healing practice with the cellular community that makes up Ayla, I am now very, very connected to the process of my energy. I can feel it when it's up, and I can feel it when something affects my energy. And it's usually something external to me because my thoughts are predominantly happy. My words, the conversation, I have wonderful people in my life. So the conversations that I have are predominantly high vibrational conversations, and my actions are the actions of a healthy three-dimensional human being. Okay, so let's just say that your prescription is 15-20 minutes of meditation a day, 15-20 minutes of something that makes you feel good. And pay attention to how you feel, because I may have been feeling my energy going up and down all along and just didn't recognize it until lately. You may feel this right away. You may be able to tell. I mean, in some cases where it's just blatantly obvious, you have an argument with a loved one, you feel icky right away. You know what that's all about, and you just feel icky right away. But in some cases, it might be a little bit more subtle. And this is your gauge. This is your gauge that will keep you in the healing stream. If you feel your energy close down and go down inside of you, that's not where you want to be. Get away from that place as quick as you can. It's not always fast because we have to deal with things sometimes, but as quick as you can, and get back into that healing stream where things are positive and where things are logical and where your perspective is balanced. That's where you want to stay. So 15-20 minutes of meditation a day, 15-20 minutes of something that makes you feel good. Gardening. Oh, I forgot about that. Gardening. That's a fun thing. If you're a gardener, that makes getting out there and getting your fingers and your feet in that soil. And see, we need to get our gardens ready now for winter. We're coming into fall is all about harvest and getting your garden ready for winter so that it's ready to go in the spring. I know some people that do things to the dirt in their garden all through winter because they want to be ready to go in the spring. So that's an activity. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stop there and look at my website, amagicallifewithayla.com, and I'm on Facebook as Ayla Hillel, so you can find me there. And like and subscribe to this video so it affects the algorithms. And I will see you again. I love you. Blessed be.